hello everyone, and welcome to the Elite Encounters update for 17th of August 2015. Okay, as I say, I've not said anything, so saying as I say is a bit silly really, so I won't do that. The agenda was sent out yesterday, so hopefully you've had plenty of time to read that if you're watching this live. If not, then I hope you'll be watching this on YouTube with some idea what's coming up, and you can pause if you want to take a look at that. Okay, so excuse me, good time to joke. Without further ado, I'll carry straight on. Okay, this week the writing process has been a little bit improved, thanks to everything being slightly better with the old laptop now being working again, and so we're moving forward with the narrative rules. Lost quite a bit of information last week before the update due to a problem with the original laptop, which was sorted out during that weekend. But this week I managed to catch up with that stuff again. The narrative rules are being developed alongside the vehicle cards concept because they're actually running a lot closer together than I thought they would do. The card idea is actually taking quite a lot of the hard work out of the narrative system and is developing to a point where it's actually becoming a very, very easy and good shortcut to use for people who just want to do a quick bit of combat in the game. So rather than having to look up through pages of information or pages of stats and all that, you've got these handy little cards which seem to be quite useful. So the development of that has gone along quite well, actually, I think. The sort of stumbling point this week has been the research into the empty hull mass, because although it's quite easy to get the spaceship values from Elite or from Elite Dangerous, it's proving to be quite difficult to research the empty hull mass of different vehicles. So I've been doing quite a lot of Google searching and checking on things like aircraft websites and vehicle, cars, bikes, everything like that, just trying to find out what the average or general weight for certain classes of vehicle are, which is fun and games. Drawing. The spacecraft vehicle cards are now drawn. The template for the vehicle cards is in the final draft. I'm happy with the way it looks, so we're going to see how it goes. To those of you in chat, hello GameSec. I'm seeing quite a lot of new names in there today actually, so welcome to the stream, welcome to the update. Hope you enjoy it, and hope you'll continue with me for the gaming stream afterwards if you like. Okay, so we'll move forward and we'll expand on what that sort of summary gives you. The expansion of the vehicle cards is now including a lot of the... Oh, Gimme! Hi, Gimme. Yeah, so as it says on there, the vehicle encounter rules, the narrative side of it, are developing alongside the vehicle cards. The summary for the cards is that they essentially have all the vital information for a narrative combat scenario on that card. They also have a little icon that explains what sort of vehicle that is, whether it's a spaceship, an aircraft, a hovercraft, a seagoing ship, that kind of thing. So they all have little rules and so on involved with them to make it nice and easy to essentially see how they will play together against each other. There's a very simple mechanic going with it at the moment. Not entirely sure whether to expand it into a more complex mechanic for those who might want to do it, but at the moment I'm just sticking with the simple rules because there's that KISS principle, isn't there? I want to make it a nice simple thing to play, not really get your game all tied up in knots just because you have this thing, this whole lot of rules trying to get your head around before you can do anything. As I said before, I've now caught up with stuff that was lost last week. I'm just trying to get everything back into shape again. And as I've just summarised, just trying to work out how to get size and vehicle type. I actually got on top of that last night after I did this presentation, and I'm quite happy with how I've interpreted it as to be quite a simple mechanic. So essentially each different type will have a modifier to... Well, if vehicles of different types are fighting against each other, there will be penalties to the task pools, essentially is how it works. It's a nice simple mechanic. As I say, it has got room for expansion if people want to expand it, or if we decide to expand it in the actual official rules. But it could be just your game session or your game group might want to expand it themselves, but I will put in a little addendum on there to say that it can be expanded if necessary. Okay, the ship start cards and graphics, which has been the continual bit of development for the last couple of weeks. I've always found that graphics can take so long to do. When I was doing textures for ships, or when I was building 3D ships for Elite, building a 3D model was simple. Extracting the 3D model to a template for a texture was simple. When it came to actually drawing the texture on, that was the bit that took days. And the layout and the actual final look of the cards is a fairly important thing. Not entirely sure how they're going to be structured into the book, whether I'm going to put them actually into the book as a separate thing, or if I'm going to actually have them as separate PDF or a separate file that can be printed off and done that way. I'm not sure as of yet. If I'm going to do hard copy versions of this book, like the print on demand stuff, then I'm looking at different ways they can be printed out. Obviously, at the moment, as you'll see in a sec, when you see the cards, they're actually all black. So doing them on a printer at home is probably not going to be particularly cost effective. So I'm wondering whether it might be an idea to have a separate version, like have a white version and a black version. I don't know, it's stuff I'm thinking about, so we'll see anyway. I'm working on the mass and related stats for the other vehicle types now. The spaceships are pretty much done. There are going to be some new vehicles, some new ships coming out in the next update, which will be, is it the CQC update? They're planning on bringing out the Imperial Eagle, and the Cobra Mark IV is coming out with the Horizons update. Now, it should be a beta phase between now and the release of both of those things, so I'm hoping that I can get them integrated into the rules. I have a blank template ready for each ship to go in. I just need some decent screenshots, so when the beta comes around I'll grab some screenshots. Edith Hart has commented that printable versions would be very much appreciated. Right, okay, I'll take that on board. I'll make that as a note somewhere, and I'll make sure that there are black and white versions, or at least white background versions available as well. I was contemplating using if any of you out there have played, or any of you watching this who are doing the RPG as well, have played Elite Dangerous, there's a spinny ship model that comes on the screen when you start the game. Now I've got screenshots of those as well, which may be useful to do as perhaps a negative version, with just the outline of the ship on there, which might do for a white backgrounded card. So I'll have a look at that and see what it does, but yes, I shall endeavour to do that. It'll be easier to do with the vehicles, because the vehicles, again, they're not going to be coming from screenshots from the game, they're going to be drawn by hand, probably by me, so we'll see how it goes from there. Okay, and as I said before, the written vehicle rules and the card concepts are actually expanding quite well together. They're going to be very integrated with each other. All of the stats for each thing will be available in the book if you don't want to use the cards. You don't necessarily have to. You could use the vehicle record file sheets as well, because all the stats are replicated on there as well. And there you go, a preview of the cards. Some of the cards anyway, probably just for the resolution. I don't know if you've seen it as unclearly as I am. I think maybe because I'm using a television it's maybe not looking as great as it could. But that's essentially what the ship cards will look like. The vehicle cards will look the same, just with pictures of vehicles, not ships. And I'm fairly happy with that layout. Yes, as Edith Hart says, it will be probably a good idea to have white versions of those as well, just for those who maybe are printing on a budget. Otherwise, I know that sort of print houses and so on that do these things are fairly reasonable for printing black colours, so that shouldn't be too bad to work out. But as I say, options will be available. Okay, that's it for the actual content. Feedback and questions this week, we've not had any, so nothing really to answer here. So I'll go straight onto a quick reminder about the 24-hour charity stream. It's less than a month now until that happens. We're into the last 28 days before that comes along. I'm still in contact with Frontier about whether they're going to provide something or not, and I got an email from Mr. Red himself today asking for details, so I'm hoping to hear something back soon about that. Hopefully some proper news on that in the next update. I am also looking for donations from other places as well. I've approached a couple of companies that I've been dealing with as far as RPG stuff is concerned. I'm hoping to get some word back within the next week or so. The guy from one place is off on holiday this week, so I may not hear that back before the next update. Any response from Frontier on Horizons? What do you mean by that, GameSec? Exactly. Just let me know. Okay, the stream will be twitch.tv/Selezen as usual, and you can have a look at the darkforce.co.uk main website for information on there. Okay, next update will be on the 24th of August at 8 PM UK time. Update will be at 8 o'clock on the dot at the start of the regular stream, and will be a separate thing as usual, as it has been for the past few weeks. If you don't know how it works by now, then thingy. An email about planetary landings. Right enough, yes, I did send that. No, I didn't get anything back from him about it. I think Ed let it slip out of his brain again. What I'll do is I'll send him another email tonight, in that case, about that, and I'll see if I can get some feedback from him before the next update then. Okay, thanks for reminding me about that. Yeah, that's what I forgot to send in my update to him today. I have actually asked him for quite a lot of information about forthcoming stuff, ship layouts, stuff like that, you know, like, because I would like to have some kind of information about how the inside of ships actually kind of looks in some ways, so that I can get some of that information actually into the book. I have an idea what to do as far as things like internal layouts are concerned, but obviously it would be me making up as far as an RPG is concerned, and I'm kind of wanting to avoid doing my own interpretation, because I don't want to spread too far away from Elite Dangerous' concepts. If it's going to become a time issue, then I will go with what I need to do, rather than wait forever and ever and ever on Frontier getting back. So we'll just see what happens to that one. I'll play that one by ear for now, but yes, thanks for reminding me anyway. Okay, thanks for joining me then. That's it for this update. If you're hanging around for the Elite Dangerous stream, or my regular Selezen Plays Monday night stream, then please hang around. I'll be back on in about a couple of minutes once I get this stream closed down and the next one fired up. So thanks for joining me, and if you're hanging around, I'll see you later. If not, then thank you, and I'll see you next week.